Hi, Steve here. Thanks for joining us. Today I've got two things. First, as I promised you, I'll tell you a joke about a 100-mile-an-hour goat. And the second thing is just a quick introduction on the method I'm giving away to you today for free. It's a method that has been around since 1947, and I bought it in 1976, and it got me into the career of full-time punting, but also it was powerful enough to get me to leave my native country of New Zealand and come to Australia, where I've been happily living for the last 42 years. And it may open your eyes to avenues in your country, or if you're in Australia, or if you're in New Zealand, then you'll be able to use that in all these countries, as well as the US. So my US clients, not often I have much for you, but here's something that you can get involved with. So I'll be giving you that method free at the end of this video. Okay, so the thing I'm going to talk to you about today is the 100-mile-an-hour goat. Now, if you can picture this, we're in the middle of the outback of Australia, more like the Kalgoorlie way, where there's huge mine shafts, huge holes all over the country. And these two old chaps are plodding along, and they come across this great hole. They nearly fall in it. They both start peering down and saying, "Jesus, how deep do you think it is?" "Well, I don't know. It could go all the way to China. What do you think?" "Oh, I don't know." And as they were looking around, scratching their head, they saw an old gearbox, big old heavy gearbox just to the left of the hole. So they go over to the gearbox and said, "Well, why don't we pick up this gearbox and we'll throw it down the hole, and then we can count and see how long it takes to hit the bottom." "So that's a good idea, let's do it." So they got this gearbox and they drag it over and they're swinging it 1, 2, 3, and they heave it into the hole and they start counting. Next minute there's this loud crashing bang, and they look behind them and there comes this goat flying out of the scrub, breaking down little trees in there, and goes straight across in front of them, straight down into the hole. They both looked at each other, scratching their heads. "Geez, what do you make of that?" "Well, I don't know." They were still peering down the hole when a farmer appeared coming from the same direction the goat and said, "Excuse me, you haven't seen a goat by any chance, have you?" He said, "Funny you should say that." He says, "Not more than a minute ago we saw this goat come crashing through the bush, flying across the dirt here and straight down into the hole." The farmer took his hat off and scratched his head and said, "Nah," he said, "that's impossible." He says, "That goat was tied to a heavy gearbox." So I'll leave you with that. I thought it was quite humorous. Max, the man that invented compound magic, Dutch 5 and spread 5, sent me that joke. Okay, so down below is the free PDF I mentioned at the beginning of the email. Download that, have a look, and what I've got for you is some tools that I've made which aren't free. The tools aren't free, but the method in that, which is what I brought 42 years ago, is certainly yours to keep. But the tools just make it a hell of a lot easier. Okay, so, and then right down further below that is the Lay Pro 88, and see what 13 of the Lay Pro 88 licensed users say about how they are going with that Lay Pro 88 automatic betting bot that does it all for you while you just sit back and count the coins. So this is Steve signing off. Hope you liked the joke. If you did like the joke, pass this page on to your friends so that they can also share in the frivolity of the 100-mile-an-hour goat. Until next time, this is Steve signing off, wishing you all the best and have a great 2019. I certainly intend to. Thank you.